Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the New York session live stream. So I started 5 minutes early today because I took some sells here, and I thought I'd maybe see if I could give some trade ideas. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to. Let's do an analysis quick. I don't want anyone to follow something blindly, so I'm looking to add to this position if my analysis is correct. But overall, someone in the chat already brought it up. Friday reversal. But I mean, look at these daily candles, bearish, bearish, bearish. Pullbacks can happen, and pullbacks are very normal. So, to come back and retest this kind of zone is expected. Now, what I'm looking at is yesterday's candle had quite a deep pullback into that zone already. So what I was thinking is, coming into today, if we could pull back to 95 and respect 95, I would like the sells off of that level, anticipating the 95 to be the daily highs, to come back into these lows from yesterday. Just be very careful when you do, when you do come into these lows, because it is a Friday, you could see those reversals. And in fact, we will discuss buy ideas as well. Now, so far what I've seen today is you've got two bearish 4-hour candles. Price is struggling there at 95. We also had that London session support yesterday formed at 1893.8, which price has been respecting throughout the morning. We had a move up here just after Asian session. You had a fake out of 1895. And then this is where I got interested in these sells once again. And we broke back below 1895. And then what I saw was we pulled back pre-NY session. Got a nice tap into 95. 5-minute close bearish off of that level. Very aggressive entry. So, I like to wait for that volume to come in. I like to wait for nice confirmations to see the direction. But what I'm seeing today, if we look at US30, there's a lot of volume here. US30 has just been bleeding the whole day. DXY is holding this bullish structure. You're moving up into these highs right now where it could reject as well, so something to keep in mind. If we get breaks above 103.6, I could see us moving up here quite nicely. So just the way things are looking on the higher time frames, I just have this gut feeling today that we have some sort of bloodbath. We're already seeing that on US30. And that's why I've kind of taken a little bit more of an aggressive entry here today. But I don't mind adding to it. So we'll get some more trade ideas here. We've got the support at 1892, 1891.5, where you could look for a break and retest below there. We had these lows from Thursday at 1890. 1890, also just a psychological level, key level. So that's also going to be a very interesting level to keep an eye on. And, once again, just another level of interest where you could potentially be looking for entries. So a break and retest below these sort of levels here, 1892 and 1890 for those sells. I think at this point in time, if we do break back above 1895, then you could be looking at those buys, possibly even up to 1900. Look at that rejection. little bit volatile here at COMEX. So these are basically the lows from London session as well. Here at 1891.5. So for those sells at this point, you definitely need to see a break below and a retest of that level. You could even see quite aggressive moves as you break those lows. So something like this. You know, you could even get a straight drop all the way to the lows, no pullback. But then expect some sort of reaction here at 1885 to even come back to these, to retest the support, where once again, you could be looking for something like that. Now, you know, with reactions at these lows, I don't mind taking advantage of these bars coming up. But then, you know, you're looking to target that support because you could find that rejection there and then just get that continuation down. So like I say, this is a slightly more aggressive entry. I don't want to say sniper entry, but you get the idea. It's not actually my preferred entry, but this was what I've been looking at the whole day. Lately, I haven't been taking trades off stream, to be honest. Today I did though, because I have been looking for those rejections of 95. So I like to see this volume coming in, and like I say, I'm looking to add to this with what I would normally look for here on stream. Like I say, these break and retests below 1891.5. So we're breaking this support here. I am expecting you to get a clean push into 1890 now. We'll need to see this 5-minute close. If we can close bearish, we should get that push to 1890. But then, like I say, for more entries here, you need to see some sort of break and retest. Even if this candle closes bearish below, next candle closes a weak bullish candle, and then the next candle breaks the lows. That'll look pretty good as well. Just keep in mind the 30-minute candle is closing in 5 minutes as well. Maybe you want to wait. But you got a lot of volume here. Things are heating up. Like I say, I don't know. I just have this gut feeling today. US 30 is just bleeding. And we've seen the correlation as of late between US 30 and gold. With the Fed's rate hikes more in focus, with CPI up. Okay, you closed below that London support on the 5. No bottom wick. So yeah, you definitely want to see the 30-minute candle close here before doing anything. Don't FOMO into anything. You know, generally, if I had started the stream 5 minutes ago, this move would have been missed and I would have been okay with that. I would just be waiting for some sort of pullback, personally. Which is what I'm doing now. Like I say, I would like to add to this position. I'm actually going to secure a little bit of my initial position at 1890. Let's see if we can get there at least. Trading view alerts are just bugging out. Brother. It's a bloodbath kind of day, boys. just ripping here. If the 30 closes below 1890, should see those lows. Should see those 1885 lows. Possibly on the next 30 minutes. I haven't actually closed out partials yet. I want to see if we close below 1890. But no, let me not be greedy. It's a Friday. I'm gonna close half here. Lovely. Beautiful. That next minute, that next 30 minutes, if that next 30 minute can wick up into the London support here, if this 30 minute closes below 1890, next one wicks up to 1891.5. That's your area of interest, your full margin zone. Hovering around 1890 here with this close. Where's Nico? I'm not too sure. I think he was busy this morning. 30-minute close right at 1890. You break the lows, you may just push. You would want to wait for some sort of pullback here. New 30 minutes, you don't want to get impulsive. What's up, Mr. Wayne? So you're getting a nice top wick on the new 30-minute candle here. How is the 4 hour looking? Yeah, with the previous 2 4 hours being bearish, this one coming up into 95, faking out at that key level, now flipping bearish and breaking those previous candle lows. I don't see this 4 hour closing bullish. I don't see it. Visually, it's possible. 1890 is quite a strong level. It's possible. What's this looking like here? 20 pips. This may be that weak bullish candle on the 5. Next 5 breaks the lows. And it's lining up really nicely with the 30 minutes as well. That was your pullback on the 30. Top wick being formed. This may not be a bad idea to go for the break of the lows here. Want to wait for this 5 to close. If you've got the patience, wait for the next 5 to close below 1890. But I think once we break that, once this candle closes, if it closes like this, next candle breaks the low, I think it'll give you a push. Got nice volume here. DXY is forming new highs there. Yeah, boys, today is gonna be, I think it's gonna be wild today. Good entry at 1889.64. Yeah, pretty much what I'm looking at on the next 5. I want to wait for this candle to close. Even if this candle closes just below 1890, then I can look at it. But I need this candle to close. Bullish, bearish, as long as it's not a strong bullish candle. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool, perfect. We actually closed just below 1890 there. So once we break that low at 1890.6, I'm gonna be adding to this position. Okay, I'm in, boys. 1890.6 stops. 1892. Um, 1885 is our lows here. Our lows. If we can break those lows, you're looking to go to the next key level at 1880. So we'll have a target at 1880. I need this 5 to close below 1890. If you're closing back above 1890, that's a problem. You could have potential runners beyond 1880 on the higher time frame. There's clean traffic down to like 1870. I don't want to be too excessive. 1880 will be perfect for me. Like I say, just if we can break these lows, you're looking to move to the next key level. 1880. Just keep an eye on this 5 minute. It needs to close bearish. Bearish below 1890. Obviously this is a more aggressive entry. You don't have any sort of clean structure on the 5. But that 30-minute previous 30 was very nice and bearish there. Closed below the London support. You've got a, what's the word? You've got enough of a top wick there on the 30, the new 30. And we broke the lows. You'll see you have nice structure on the 1 minute. But if this 5 is closing bullish above 1890, then you could get a slightly deeper pullback retest of this zone. Okay, you close bullish there, not ideal. Let's give it a second. If it breaks the previous bullish 5 minute high, then you definitely want to manage your positions there. So you don't want to break this high right here. We got 3 minutes until the 15-minute candle close. I may actually just hold off for the 15-minute close. You just broke the previous 5 minute high. Like I say, if you want to manage, you're worried about drawdown, then do that. But keep in mind, you know, these are my trades. I've got a first entry up here, so I'm just adding to this, adding with lower risk. So, you know, I'm not going to be as aggressive with the risk management on this. I think I'll wait for the 15 close. But if this is your first trade of the session, maybe first trade of the day, maybe you've already taken a loss today, manage on the break of that previous 5 minute high. Close partials, close half. We'll see how the 1 minute structure here coming to retest this. Yeah, you closed bullish on the 15, last 15 of the 4-hour candle as well. You're still below the London support there, but you may get a tap into 92, which is where I've got my stop loss. So you're just retesting the support right now. Is that 91.5 level going to hold? I think if I get stopped out on this position, I'm going to close my first trade as well. Look alright. 1.5, come on you butte. No major folders today, yeah. So we're just following the technicals really. This is slightly cleaner structure. This 5, if it closes bearish like this, you know, this is that kind of cleaner structure what it's talking about on the 5 minute. So if you didn't get in on that really aggressive entry there, you know, waiting for this 5 to close, maybe waiting for a 5 close below 18.90 now is going to be a very safe play. I'm already in. Oh yes, also the 15 minutes break of the previous 15-minute low, not a bad idea. But I would be happy to see a 5 closing below 1890. My mouse's battery is nearly dead. We're in a tight spot, I can't exactly go get the charger. Hello Connor, what is your strategy? You said it yourself. It's the Connor strategy. Price action, fundamentals. Put together. I do have a strategy video on my YouTube. You can actually go and have a look at that. But I should maybe make an updated version of that. You know, I've made some adjustments. Made some adaptations. So you close bearish on that 5. Let's see if the next 5 can break the low. You want this next 5 minute now. You definitely want that candle to close bearish. If you got big balls, you're not in any trade. You know, you could even go for a break of those lows. It's going to give you a very nice small stop of like 10-15 pips. Looks good. If we can hold below 1890 coming into the new 4-hour with the structure here on the lower time frame, that new 4-hour open may give you a push. Fuck, can you charge this mouse? Give me a second. I really need to charge my mouse. Oh. And the charger's not working. Why no London volume? Also New York not moving much. New York is moving. You just had like a 50 pip 15-minute candle. What pairs are you looking at? You had some decent movement there. London has been dead lately. The last few months, London has been very slow. Five-minute close, no bottom wick right at 1990, so that's very tough. Last 5 minutes of the 4 hour. Yeah, I think we made stops here. Are you trading NAS? No, I'm trading gold. Two minutes left, yeah. It's going to be ideal to see us close below 1890. If we can close below 1890, new 4 hour should give you a push. Obviously the new 4 hour I think should give you some sort of move, but if we can close below 1890, you should get that move very early into the new 4 hour, possibly on the open, first 10 minutes or so. I think with that previous 5 having no bottom wick and closing right at 1990, you know, those no bottom wicks sometimes can be funky. So we got quite a steep top wick on this 5. But you got 40 seconds here, let's see what it does. Looks like it's coming back to flip bearish. Grabbed a little bit more liquidity. 15 looks good. $30-minute closing that weak bullish candle. You know, we talk about this setup a lot, where you get a nice bearish candle, lots of volume, and then price kind of just pauses for a little bit, bullish candle closure. If you can break those lows, you should get a push. Just tough. We closed above 1890. 15 was bearish. You know, we've retested the London session lows here. So is that going to be enough of a pullback for us to actually continue to drive? I'm just concerned the 4-hour might get a steeper top wick than I hoped, just because we closed above 1890. If we had closed below 1890, it would have been a little bit safer. But I mean, just based on that 4-hour close, you look pretty good to drive down here. Also 1 hour, beautiful close there. There's a bolt-on on the 5. Maybe the bolt-on on the 5 gives you a push. What is last TP? 1880. If this 5-minute is closing bullish, you know, that's just going to confirm that we're finding some minor support here at 1890, and then, you know, we can expect a steeper top wick on the 4-hour. If we're closing like that on this 5-minute, bearish below 1890, we should be good for that push to 1885 potentially. So I really want to see this 5-minute closing nice and bearish here. We've already broken the lows of the previous 15. 5 minutes coming back now. Okay, not the ideal scenario on the 5 minute there. Like I say, for me personally, this is a lower risk position I've just added to my initial position, but that 5 minute looks like you just confirming this is a bit of a support. So you could get a steeper pullback on the new 4 hour, get a steeper top wick. So it's looking a little bit trickier. You may want to close partials, manage your risk. You know, these are just suggestions. At the end of the day, these are my trades. But I can still give you suggestions on how to manage your risk so that you're keeping the losses smaller. But a very nice RR in this position as well. RR. It was also the first 5 of the 4 hour. I'm just gonna hold off here from doing anything. Like I say, this position for me is half risk. Previous 30 was bullish as well, so if you're breaking the previous 30-minute high right there, you know, that stop's probably going to get hit. If you can respect those highs now, and we get back below 1890, it's gone. Gone to TP1, but yeah, it's looking tough. Okay, breaking the previous 30-minute high. That looks like you'll probably hit stops. Can we survive here, chat? You're tapping that support. On the 30 minutes. Okay, now that stops. Yep. Okay, stops hit there. I'm gonna close my first position out as well. Okay, so you've got a slightly deeper pullback here on the new 4 hour. Let's see what happens here on the 5 minute. Also got 20 minutes until NYC. But what I like is that we're already starting to pull back. You know, we're already grabbing liquidity to start moving down. So maybe NYC, after you've grabbed all this liquidity, NYC just continues to drop. Or maybe that 1990 holds and you get that Friday reversal. Like I say, no buys until we break above 1895. Hey chat, so probably going to be waiting for NYC here. Let's have a coffee break. And I'll be back for NYC. Well, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay. Moving up to that 1995 level. Yeah, DXY is changing. Yeah, it's a delicate situation. You know, with the 4-hour bearish like that, with those rejections of 95, this area here is quite a strong rejection zone. You know, so this 4-hour candle, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a top wick for the 4-hour, grabbing a bit more liquidity before we drive into the daily lows. But I also wouldn't be completely surprised to see a reversal on Friday. You know, look, we've been so bearish throughout the week. I don't think you've had a single daily candle bullish this week. Yeah, last week Friday you can see you closed bullish. Friday before that also bullish. You know, it is a very common thing for gold, especially when you're coming into the lows on a Friday. You can see here this week here. So this was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Friday opened up at a new low. Basically, Friday pulled back. This week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he was sitting at new lows for the week. He pulled back, and then this week we've had just straight down. Oh no, sorry, that was last week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Nothing crazy, but you pulled back, closed bullish. Now we've got this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Could start that pullback phase to retest this zone. We'll see. In order for me to take bars, which I am on board with, I would need to see breaks above 18.95. I didn't really want to see pullbacks this deep for the sells, but if we get the rejections off of this zone, possibly. I'd maybe need to see. Yeah, let's just wait and see. That 15 was very strong bullish, but keep in mind it was the first 15 minutes of the 4 hour, which was very bearish. Love your stream. Thank you, Trader X. Appreciate that. What a reverse. Yeah, that was quite a pullback there from 1990. You got a head and shoulders here. Yeah, I think this is a reversal. Breaked out of these the London session lows. So yeah, this is definitely looking like more of a reversal. NYC is in 10 minutes. So let's see if we can maybe get above 95, start to push. NYC can give you that pullback to 95. You know, these bars are looking pretty decent. I was still thinking of possible sells if we see rejections at 95. But at this point in time, I think we would need to be back below 1890 for those safer sells. Or at least below 1891. Seven minutes here. Ours would probably be safer still, closing above 95.5. This resistance. If we can close above there, and then the new 30-minute at NYC pulls back to 1895, you get like a support on the 5-minute at 95. You know, those bars even up to 1900 look solid. Got pretty clean traffic to the left. But you've just tapped 95 now. You know, you may even reject this area. A little bit of a resistance on the 5. Let's see what the next 5-minute does. If your 15-minute is closing bearish after tapping 95, it's going to be interesting. We can see what we can do at NYC about some sells in this area. Depends how the 15-minute closes. Just tough with that 30-minute candle looking like that. I mean, we've seen these deep pullbacks at New York quite often. Here the other day, we had a very similar scenario and took advantage of these sells here. So you saw this bearish volume come in pre-New York open. Nice clean bearish candles dropping, lovely. And then new 4-hour pulled back, very deep pullback. You know, just looking at this structure here, you know, this was your London session support. I think that day I was looking for a retest of that support. That made the most sense to me, to find resistance there for those sells. You pulled back a little bit deeper here into the key level at 1905. So, you know, you had quite an aggressive pullback. And at that point, you know, you might have been thinking, oh, we're above this London support. You know, maybe we're going to come back up to these highs, maybe even break these highs. But if you're trusting the higher time frame trend and trusting this move here, as that move was giving you direction, you know, those sells were beautiful. We took those sells here on the stream. Sat in them for quite a while. But, I mean, that paid really well. You know, we even got that wick fill on the daily there. So, sort of similar scenario. We've had a very deep pullback, a lot deeper than expected. You know, if you get those rejections here, if it lines up at NYC, you know, you could look at it, but looks like we'll probably be more bullish here. So the scenario for sells, I would need this 15 to close more of a rejection candle. Would be better if it closed bearish actually. And then the next 15 at NYC we pull back into 95, and then once you see rejections at 95, we can start to take those sells with confirmations. But the more bullish this candle, then we're probably looking at the breaks above 95 coming into NYC. Sort of break and retest like that. As your 4-hour candle sits, you know, that doesn't look amazing for sales, but keep in mind, this 4-hour just opened up. If we're still respecting the previous 4-hour high and you're just coming back to grab some more liquidity and you reject this 95 level, this 4-hour has plenty of time to flip back bearish for those sells. But you know, there's a couple factors here that we need to just remember. That possible Friday reversal, this 30-minute is closing very strong bullish. Might need to even wait to see what the next 15-minute does. Or even the next hour. Closed below 95. That 15-minute candle was not really a rejection candle. So no confirmations to do anything. DXY is at the yearly open? Are you serious? That's insane. How did you notice that? 8 months into the year and you noticed that. You have like an alert there or something. Yeah, DXY yearly candle is flipping bullish, so I think the gold sales are looking pretty good, no lies. That's mad. Okay, so you tapped 95 here. You know, the 15 didn't really give me the confirmation I wanted. But if you can close below this minor support on the 5, with NYSE volume, I'm willing to give this a shot. I don't want this candle to push too far. I want a nice tight stop here. Wait for us, NYC. Yeah, nice rejections of 95. Marking everything. That's crazy. You mark the yearly open. I would have never noticed that. One thing I do hope is the new 5-minute could give you a top wick. Because I think this is enough of a confirmation here for the sales. I just don't want to really take the break of this low enough stops. 30 pip stop is not too bad. TP1 still 70 pips away. Although you only really have 20 pips down to these lows. No top wick. No. It's tough. No top wick on the new 5. You know, maybe you've got enough liquidity from this pullback here and you just drive now. This 5 doesn't necessarily need a top wick with the NYC volume breaking those lows. I would have liked to have seen that top wick. We need to now just monitor for rejections at this 91.5 and 1990. You know, if we wanted these sells, you would have had to be in a little bit higher up. Right now I think safest sells are below 1990. Unless you can get some sort of pullback on the lower time frames like this. The thing is, what NYSE likes to do is give you a pullback to a key level and then give you a move. The thing is, we pulled back to this key level before NYSE, and NYSE gave you this 5-minute confirmation to potentially continue down. So it's like, you know, we're actually in a range here. You don't know if this is the pullback, grabbing more liquidity to move up. That's why I say safer sells would be below 1990 at this point. Because if you were looking for the sells up here, if this 5 had closed a little bit smaller, giving you a chance to get in, you would have at least had range down to 1990. You know, that was the whole idea there. And then we're still looking to come into these lows at 1885. Oh shit. Phone just died. "15-minute candle should tell you a lot, and maybe we get a little pullback on the new 15. As of now, you know, this is a nice rejection of 1995. 15 is obviously a nice strong bearish candle engulfing. The 30-minute is the only time frame that's really not amazing. But if the 30-minute is the only time frame that is really conflicting my bias, I'm not too concerned if I'm getting confirmations on the lower time frame. You know, 4-hour here, bearish. Steep top wick, rejected this liquidity zone. Hourly, bearish, rejected this liquidity zone. 15 closing bearish engulfing. you had that pullback to the key level 95. 5 minutes. You just need to see some sort of entry signal on the 5. So waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. I think even if we could close below 91.5, that's enough for me. This candle is telling me a lot. I don't mind giving it a shot, even though we're not below 1990. You know, we've got this bearish volume coming in. This pullback was a lot deeper than you would have wanted to see. It makes it look really ugly, but it's not unlike New York session to give you those really deep pullbacks. You know, even here, this was 4 o'clock. It was a little bit later in the session, but you know, you pulled back 86 pips and then found resistance, started to move back down. This is not a bad example. This looks exactly like what we're looking at today, where you had that drop at 2:30. There was obviously news that day. Had that pullback all the way back up to that key level, you know, lining up very much how today is lining up. So you had this key level 1920 right here. You had the drop at New York Open, very deep pullback, much deeper than you would have wanted to. But like I say, you would have had higher time frame confirmations for those sells. Which is what we've got today as well. Although look at this 15. Can't catch a break, man. So we are rejecting that 91.5. Yeah, if this 15 closes with a strong bottom wick like that, then that could be your NYC pullback to drive up, as I said. So delicate situation here. We'll just stay patient. Yeah, okay. Friday reversal. I think so. At this point, this is looking like we'll get those moves up. So yeah, like I said, we were in a range. It was tough to kind of decipher what was the pullback. I think this was the pullback at NYC. This move down now is becoming more of your pullback to actually continue up. So I don't think we're going to get those continuations down today. We'll probably see that Friday reversal heading up back to 1900. Wait for the candle to close. We closed right at 1995. Yeah. Nah, it's all over the place. One last step into 1995 before we drive down. I think at this point it's safest to definitely wait for breaks above 1995, breaks below 1990. But at this point, you know, this previous 5 formed a support here. If we break that support now, we'll probably get that higher time frame continuation back down to the daily lows. but I think that this is looking more like a reversal and move to the upside. Just Friday things, Freaky Friday. Previous 5 was very nice, nice confirmation of this bullish volume. This new 5 and 15 had quite a steep pullback here, but this looks like the bottom wick for the new 15. This 5 is closing in 1 minute. Your 1 minute price action, we formed a support here, and then this bearish candle as we break that high, another bullish candle. I think we look good to actually push here. I'm gonna enter half risk now and half risk as we break the highs for the buys here. Actually, I'll probably just do full risk as we break the highs. These highs right here, 1895.12. Stops are about 25 pips. Okay, cool. I'm in here. So I took these bars on the break of the 5 minute highs. Stops below this little pullback. Let's call it 1892.4. We're looking to run up to 1900. You know, you've got a really nice target here at, let's call it 1902.5. So yeah, let's say TP, final TP, 1902.5. I haven't even set my stop loss here. So this 5 also closed above 1895, still stuck in the 1900s, although we may be in the 1900s soon. So nice confirmation there. Hopefully it plays out actor, you know. Yeah, I still got some bullets in the tank there. I had some nice sells pre-New York. I gotta give the chat something, you know. Give you guys a good weekend. But we need to be careful. Just want to see this 5 holding above 95, 1895. I don't really like the way the way this 5-minute looks right now. But like I said, as long as we're above 95, we look alright. You know, you can tend to see some monstrous moves on a Friday. Not expecting anything crazy here. But you do have nice clean traffic to the left. Looking to at least fill this range back up to 1900, sorry. Back at entries, last minute of the 5. Still above 95. Yeah, if we close below 95, that's really not ideal. Because then we have a fake out on our hands. Are you trading on TradingView? No, I'm not. I've got MetaTrade on my phone, yeah. Yeah, not the greatest closure on the 5. If we break the low of that bearish candle, I'm out. Last 5 minutes of the hour as well. Last 5 minutes of the hour. This Audi's not looking too bad. Okay, I'm gonna hold off here. Give it a couple seconds. If we can survive the hourly closure and we closing above 95, you know that you're safe. But if we re-break that low now, yeah. No, it's not looking good, chat. It's not looking too good. This hourly will still probably close quite nice and bullish. So yeah, I didn't manage there on the break of that 5-minute low. I'll just ride it out. No Dutch. Sorry, bro. Last couple minutes of the hour. This gray rectangle I have in this zone is your resistance on the hour here. You know, so we want to see this hour close above there. Closing very nice and strong bullish by the looks of things. Sort of holding this level. $1893.8. Yeah, 1893.8 has been a level that I've had my eye on. Yesterday and today, we've been holding that 1898 throughout London session. Was even a support here before New York Open. So I mean, let's see if we can hold above there. $1893.8, my bad. Okay, hour closed nice and bullish. We're still above 93.8. You know, we didn't close above this resistance here. But very nice bullish closure. Rejection of 1890. Let's see what happens. So did the 5-minute create a new high with that long wick? This one, yeah. Yeah, it did. For the day. Yeah. And what I liked about this is that NYC gave you a pullback. Then we saw that volume coming into the upside. This 5-minute was a confirmation for me. And then I like that this 5 gave you a nice steep bottom wick that I could use as a stop loss. But the volume is just not here. It's tough because we closed below 95 as well. I would have wanted this 5 to be closing a more of like a support candle at this level. Looks like you're probably just gonna sit in this range. Yeah, I think that's gonna be stops here. Cheers, corpse. Check you, bro. Respecting the previous 15-minute low for what it's worth. Can we get a monstrous 5-minute candle closing above 95 there? That would be nice. If we can get back above 95 and we survive stop loss here, that should be the bottom wick for this hour. But it's a tight situation here. We back in this range, you know. It's looking very choppy. Can the 5 at least close bullish, forming some sort of support? And then in the next 5 we can start to work our way back up on the hourly candle. Maybe even get the 15-minute closing above 95. This 15 looks like more of a rejection. But yeah, going based off of what we see historically on Fridays with these reversals, we can see this bullish volume here. Bullish volume. You had a pullback at NYC. Safer stops would obviously be below this pullback. But I didn't want to have too big of a stop loss. Close bullish there on that 5. Yeah, you really don't want to see that low being broken. We want to see the high of the previous 5 being broken. This 5 closing bullish. Put my stop at 92.3 here. Nah, breaking those lows. Just kissing the stop loss. Ooh. Oh, chat. It's looking like we're rejecting here. Just had like a little fake out of that 15-minute low. That is a bit close for comfort though. Ooh. Come on, 5, flip bullish. Fucking hell. Nah. I'm out, chat. I'm out. Anyway. Gave it a shot. Freaky Friday. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I mean, 2 trades here on the stream. Not really going our way today. We'll be back on Monday. Thanks everybody for joining. Have a good weekend. Take it easy. Safe trading. Yeah, it looks like a very choppy Friday. I mean, definitely a good time to walk away.